Hello.
Hey, David, how are you?
Hi, Charlie. I'm
Ready?
good. How are you?
Fine, thank you. I just I was checking these things that we will go through today in this video. This video will well some of these points we barely touched them in the last video, like the red flags and how to recognize them and all that. Idea of this video is to share with you the ways to identify potential scams and effectively verify suppliers' authenticity to ensure secure business transactions. Okay?
Okay, sounds good. Let's do it.
Okay, first, good, good. Here we can um, make conversation or make a discussion about whatever or any question that come to your head about the topic we're talking. Okay?
Okay.
Good. First, we start with recognizing the flags. I think we went through this before in the last video, a little bit, not very deep into it. Uh, but now I think in this video we should focus more into this because this is the main point to discuss in this video. Okay. Well, I put here like unrealistic low prices. Remember, you told me also last time in the last video when you see a supplier that is giving you a price like super low, very low price, something might be fishy. Something might be a little bit wrong. Why is so low? There are sometimes some people think like only because it's made in China it's got to be like very cheap or almost free, because it's made in China, but it's wrong. In China also, if you want to get something that is decent quality and not that bad, the price will not be as low as we think, because the raw materials also cost money. The same here in China as it costs anywhere, and a little bit with labor cost and production cost and everything will lower the price, but not that much, not like well, maybe you can find it maybe 50% lower than what it is in the US or in Canada. But I think the best to know if the price is a real price, check on the market. Like when you go to Alibaba or to Made in China, just go there and check 10 different suppliers of the same product and then compare the different prices and see which ones are like you will see some of them are like very high and some of them are like super low, and check which ones are like real and unreal. So always to be safe, I think I would go for something that is not too cheap but not too expensive, because also the thing is that when we want to get something very cheap, the suppliers will try to sell anyhow will try to make the sale, right? And they will give you a price. If you say, okay, I want to pay for this $1, for instance, an example, I want to pay $1 for it, but you know that it costs $10 or $11 in Canada, right? Then something must be wrong if the supplier said, okay, yeah, okay, I'll take it. I'll make it in $1 for you. Then that should be a little bit concerning. You should be a little bit careful on that one. You know.
Yeah, there's like a saying, I think it's like if something's cheap, if something's really cheap, then there can be many problems with it. But if something's expensive, then the only problem is that it's expensive, you know.
Yes, of course. And then the thing is that you know what the thing is like, for instance, something that is made of uh, maybe they might change the raw material. You say, well, I want something at $1, but the price is at least $15. But you want to, just because it's made in China, you want to get it in $1. Then and you find a supplier that can supply it to you in $1. You have to be careful on the raw material. Maybe they will make something the same, but the raw materials will be not good. Different raw materials. So if like that, if you find somebody like can supply something at a very low price, request them for the technical sheet, so you know exactly what is that item produced with, and make sure that that is one. But anyway, you should be careful on that one because something is not right.
Yeah, and I guess you should also, in that case, you should also request a sample That's really important.
Yes. Request a sample, check the functions, see if it works properly and all that. Well, the other one, so be careful with the very low prices. The other one is like lack of contact information. When they are like trying to do the business with you, but then they give you an address and then you check online or Google it or something, and that address is belongs to a bank or something else. So those are things that you should be careful with and double check, you know.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, they would. If it was like a legitimate business, they're going to want to make it very easy to contact them, and they'll,
Exactly.
yeah, they'll have a lot of people contacting them every day. But if it's just something, yeah, a little bit more suspicious,
Yes,
it'll be harder to get
exactly.
contact with them.
Exactly. So those are things that you should be keeping an eye on and being careful. The other one is like well, it's not like necessarily you don't have to be super well educated to be a salesperson, right? But um maybe normally the kids that are selling, they are really working in real companies and everything. These kids are well educated, at least finish university, they have a bachelor's degree or something, so they will write maybe not the perfect English, but they will be okay, so if somebody is like really like not writing properly, or maybe somebody that is just trying to making a scam on you or something, or it could be a scam, or when they are not responding properly, or not on time, or takes very long for them to reply, although the offer is very good and the price is super good. So that's also something you should be careful, with. And like they say, the ones that actually are easy to get a scam are the people, or the the people that is finding or thinking on ways to make money. So like, oh, this is so cheap, I should get it because, oh my God, it's almost free, and it will end up that you will be losing that little money, although it might be a little, but still will be a loss, right?
Yeah, I understand. That makes sense.
Okay. So I think with this checking the red flags and everything, or recognizing the red flags or the things you should be careful with, um, we got it. No, that is not a problem. We actually went through it last time in the last video. So it's I think it's an issue that we already went through and it's already discussed. Now the other one is effective supplier verification methods. I think this is something that you probably are not so familiar with, but it is important, and it could be probably good for you to know things that you could do, or ways to verify different companies. One of them could be like the business license and certifications. You can ask if the business is gonna be so great, you can ask for the business license, and then with that business license, you can check, post it online, or check actually in Chinese. Very easy to find anything or the whole history, on that business in particular, to see if it is a good business, the reputation that it has, or but because it will come from the government. Actually, you will log into the uh, government system and check for that company's information or reputation, and it'll be that way. Or if it is real, maybe you will not find that company at all. If it is a fake business license, then it's going to be for sure you will know that that is not uh, a person you should be doing business with, right?
Okay, so that's actually something you can ask for from the business. You can actually just say, "Hey, can you send me your business licenses and your
Yeah, of
registration
course.
kind of
Like
things?"
yeah, of course. If they tell you like, okay, my company's for instance is um David Shanghai David Company Ltd. For instance,
Hmm.
and they say, oh, that's a new one. That name and everything, very nice. So can I have your business license, because in my company, if it's gonna be a decent amount of money, or not even decent, but any money is worth to look after, right? I mean, nobody wants to lose any money, even if it is a little money, right? So you can ask, can I have the business license or of your company, just to check a random check? If they say no, I cannot give to you, that is, of course, is something that is um, a little bit weird, no?
Yeah,
And it's a big red light for you
right.
to be careful, right? No, but yeah, it's okay. You can ask for a business license to check, you know.
And you said it will show like everything like online if you check it. Like what will it show? Will it show like the revenue or something, or will it show
No,
like
no, well, no, no. Actually, it will show it if you are like, for instance, you are doing your taxes regularly. If you have no problem, you have done your taxes declarations properly, and if there is any holds on your company or any remarks that the government has put on your company, like, or highlighted or something, you know, if you have done good and you have good history, then you're going to be okay. They call it like blacklist. They put your companies or the companies that did bad or did something wrong in a list, you know, and it's done through the business bureau in China. Like any accountant can do it, you know, can check that. It's very easy. So you can actually do that, and you can verify it, you know, and that'll be very real. I mean, it'll come from the government, actually, from a site, you know, a website from the government, you know.
that's
And
yeah,
then
that's
you,
trustworthy then I guess.
yeah, of course, and you will know if the company has well, good legal standards, you know, and quality and everything. If they have cases that they didn't deliver on time, or the quality they delivered was not good, and that went to case or became a case in court or something, because the quality was not good, or because the delivery was not done, or not done at all, or not done properly, or partially done, or whatever, and you will see that history there.
Okay.
Okay. The other one is use trusted third parties. You know what is this? Like a verification services?
Yeah, I guess it's kind of like what you just said. Like you can get an accountant to do it or something. Maybe they have access to like a portal or like a website, so they can.
Yeah, yeah, that is with a business license, right? When you get the
Yeah.
business license, you can do it like that. But I mean, when you get a third party to do that verification for you, you can hire companies such as SGS. You know, have you ever heard of SGS?
No, I've never heard of it.
Or
Never heard of these companies.
okay, these are companies that are third parties companies, and they check, like, when normally people do this when they're like in a big business, you know, there's gonna be a lot of money involved. Then they hire these third parties, and these companies, they will go and check the veracity of the supplier, and um, they will check the history. They have the tools to search and to check, you know, and verify that factory, like super audit, to see if they are doing good, how good have they done. And actually, when you do an agreement and use these third parties, they will check quantity, quality, and also the delivery times. They check if when it's delivered, if it is delivered on time or not, and they get in the middle to they become like the judge, you know, and they will tell you about that company, if it is as good or not, or is worth doing business with or not, or is worth the risk, or if they are not cheating on you, or for instance, like on quantities, like if you buy something that is measured by I don't know, liters, or different volumes, and the quantities they check before they load and everything, they do make a report for you. That is, it's actually a third party that do that, you know, and then they give you a certificate where they are responsible. For instance, like they said, they were gonna send 1 million pencils to Mexico, and then you hire this company to make sure that the pencils are good when they ship it, you know. And then the quantity is exactly the one that you required. So this third party will go there, will check every pencil. Not every pencil, will take samples and uh, test them to make sure, take them to the lab and see if the quality is what you had agreed, and then they will count uh, also before loading all the quantity of pencils that were loaded into that container. It's of course an example, right? And then they will make a certificate for you, like the report. They will an official report to you of everything they saw, and they will be responsible. So when you get the pencils there to your final destination, they you will see if something is not as they said it was. Then you go with them. You don't go to the supplier. You go with, like, okay, you gave me this certificate, and you said it was this, but I'm here. I'm downloading, and I also have another third party, the same third party or your same company here, checking everything and the quality and everything, and it's not what you said it was. This argument will become between you and the third party, not the supplier, because the third party is the one that made or issued a certificate for you of the quality and quantity, right?
Okay, so they're gonna do the checks before you start business with this new company, and also they're gonna do it while you're already doing business with them. Like while after you've already signed your agreements and everything, they'll come in and do the checks like each time, for example, each time you get a delivery or something.
Yeah, when once you hire them, it'll be for, like, it could be. It all depends how you agree with the third party company, how much work you want them to do. If you just want them to check the factory and go to the factory and or check the supplier, the legal statutes, or how legally is well constituted as a company, and only it depends how you agree with them, or what you require them to do. If you say, okay, at first I want to verify this supplier, I want to see if it is real, and if it is as big as he says, I want to check the production lines. And what they do, they will research, they will visit the supplier like an audit, go there, visit the supplier, check on the production lines, check on the quality that they produce, the amounts of the volume of production monthly or so, and they do that, and they give you a report, like okay, they will give you a certification report, that they went actually there, they check the factory, supported with pictures and videos and everything, and then give you on a statement of what they think the quality. We check samples, we did check, I don't know, certifications and everything they had, and everything is okay. They will give you the green light to go on and do business with this company. Third parties, because there are different companies, very famous. SGS is very famous. Bureau Veritas is very famous too. Dunn and Bradstreet is also, they are like the three companies, the three most famous companies. But the one that you see everywhere or all the time is SGS. That's super popular.
And is there SGS in China even?
Oh, everywhere. They are all over the world.
Okay, so it sounds like also if you hire, like for example, if I hire SGS, then I can also use that to kind of like give some more legitimacy to my own products and say, yeah, SGS confirmed that they are this quality and that they're
Yes, of course. They will actually, SGS will give you a certificate, that will certify the quality of the products you're selling.
okay. So that's a good way to also add some, if you're like a small company or something, that's a good way to add some credibility because you have this big company that's gonna
Yes.
confirm what you're saying.
Yes, and these three companies that I'm mentioning here, SES, Globaritas, and Dun and Bradstreet, they're very famous all over the world. They have people everywhere, offices everywhere.
Okay, so people will recognize them if they give you the certificate.
Yes, yes. The most recognized one is SES. That is the one that is like you can find it everywhere.
All right,
So, but it
good to
costs
know.
money. It's not for free. It costs money. That you have to pay some money for them to do that. But also, if you pay the money and they will go to the factory and check and everything, and the quality is not good, then they will also certify that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand.
And it'll be money that is wasted in a way.
Okay, we got it.
Okay, so that's so it's a third party. Um, use a third party to check, the veracity of the suppliers, And the other one could conduct on-site inspection. It's like, since you are here, you don't need to waste the money or pay a third party to go unless you want to get a certificate. Like first maybe you go visit the factory, check the factory and everything, and they say, well, okay, but my word, only a few people know me, right? Even if I issue a certificate and I say this company is good and the quality is super good and everything, maybe not, and maybe I don't even have the knowledge to say, well, this. I saw the sample and it looks good, but I don't know, in fact, if it inside of the thing, or if it is made of good, it's a good quality sample or product, right? So after you go, you physically go visit the supplier's factory, walk around, take videos, pictures, check on the production lines, see if how many people work there, and just by looking, you check on the certificates they have. You do your own inspection and inspect everything. Then after you do that, maybe you say, well, I think this factory is good now, because I want to give a plus value to my product, right? So I will hire a third party company, to SGS, for instance, to do quality certification of this one that I will be selling in Canada. With this certificate, I can somehow prove in Canada that the goods that I'm sending over are goods of quality, right?
Yeah, okay. So maybe if it's something that's like more of a simple good, or something that at least you have like some knowledge on, then you can go by yourself first, or maybe you can just hire someone who works in the industry to come with you and save some money like that. And then once you find a good one that's up to the standard that will get the kind of best level of certificate, then you can at that point bring SGS or something to come.
Yeah, like you said, you could use it mainly to issue a certificate for your goods, to prove there to your possible buyers, that you're buying quality,
Yeah,
quality
well,
goods.
it'll help a lot if you're like a small company. You don't really have a good reputation. Like you don't have a bad reputation, but you just don't have a reputation at all. So it'll help to
Exactly.
bring in a big company like
That will
SGS.
help you. That will help you a lot, right? To close sales and everything, because you will
Yeah,
have you will be offering price, and you will be also offering quality.
yeah, definitely.
Yes. So that's one thing, and the other one, like I said, is you in person just go and visit the factories, or like you said, or hire somebody, a professional in the industry, to help you. Or you can also sometimes, what I've done before. Sometimes I get a sample of something, and then I go to the factory myself, walk around, check the production lines, the people, the products the production, actually, what they are producing. And then I get a sample there. Actually, I just grab it, as from from the production they're having, just get one piece and say, can I take this one as a sample? And normally you say, yeah, you can take it. And then I take that one and send it to the lab. Then in the lab, they will test it, check it, and give you a report.
Okay, and if they say no, you can't have this. You can't have this one.
No,
Then
they
maybe
said
that's
it's not working, has some problems, or mechanical problems, or structural problems, or has any problems, or any kind of problems. Then they will put it on the report. If they found
yeah,
any quality problems there with a sample you sent.
yeah. And maybe if when you're at the factory, if you try to take a sample off the line and they don't want you to do that, then maybe that's also a red flag.
Yeah, of course, because then they will say, I will give you a sample later. It's like, now you will give me a sample that you make sure that it was going to be good.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? If you don't let me
yeah,
have this one, it's because you think this one might be wrong, might be bad.
yeah. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
And if you say you'll give me a sample later, then it means that you will give me a sample that you have already tested,
Yeah,
right? To make sure that it's a good sample.
yeah. It's not really a true representation of all of their products.
Exactly. Exactly. So that's the way it is. But normally they will probably they will let you take it. You know, They will say, yeah, no problem, take it. You know.
Yeah.
If but depends also which factory you go. You know, it all depends. You will see the factory when you are there. You know,
Yeah, it
you will
depends
see
what
the
they're
kind of
making.
factory, how many machines are working, and the kind of machines they are using, or if they are actually controlling quality there, or you know, you will see once you are there walking, you know, around in the factory.
It's obvious.
Yes. Okay, and now here is something to discuss. Why should buyers be cautious of prices that are significantly lower than market rates?
I think it's kind of just like if you go buy even a product for like for yourself, like if it's kind of similar if you're buying a product for yourself, like if for example you want to buy like a new iPhone or something, and like sometimes I remember before I was trying to buy an iPhone online, and sometimes you'll see like the average price. Let's say maybe the average price for the new iPhone is like, let's say I don't know 7,000 RMB or something, kind of expensive. So and then you see some, it's like you can find some like it's a discount like 6,000. Sometimes you see 8,000, but then you see one that's like 4,000 for the newest iPhone, and you're gonna think like for me, I would definitely not buy the 4,000 one because it's like how can this one be so much cheaper than everyone else? And probably it's probably gonna be because it's like maybe they use some recycled parts, or maybe it's fake, maybe it's not really iPhone. Uh, Like I think it's the same kind of situation if you're buying products to sell, like as a company, as a business, like
Yes.
if it's way too cheap, if it's way cheaper than all the competition, then there's gonna like it won't just be there's no way that they could be producing that cheap unless there's something like significantly different from the rest of the products, and it's probably going to be the quality or something like very important about it. Man, maybe it's just completely fake or just a scam completely, but it's definitely not going to be like the same as all the other products that are around the same price.
Yes, yes, exactly. That is exactly right. Yes. Well, yeah, you're right. The next one would be what are the risks of dealing with a supplier that lacks proper contact information?
I feel like it's going to be it's going to the problems would just be like it's maybe going to be hard to contact them in the future if they just like if it's a big company and they give you all these like good information to contact them, like their address, and it's like you search their address and you find it, and it's like a big office building, and they give you like a phone numbers, a bunch of different staff contact information, emails, like WeChat. Like that's going to be much easier to contact them. But then if they give you like one phone number and it's like a small building in some remote part of China, and maybe you search it and you can't even find it, then if there's a problem in the future, like, and you call that number and they don't answer, like, what can you do? It's going to be very hard to
Yeah.
reach out to them again. Uh, so if you have
Yeah.
problems or something like that, maybe they can just disappear, and that's it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, normally if you're dealing with a big company and even like there is like one person, like a salesperson dealing or talking to you, dealing that business with you, and then that person just quit or you know stop working for that company. Um, Normally they you can there are ways to contact the company and they will direct you to a new salesperson that is gonna continue dealing with you. But if you deal with sometimes if it is not a big company, the only person that actually is the link between you and the company, and then that person stops working there, then you're in trouble if you don't have the proper or all the information, properly, the contact information, right?
Yeah, I could see it. That would definitely be a problem.
The other one that another question that I have for you is how does professional communication reflect a supplier's capability?
Um, I think it just is like you said, like most people that work at these big companies are gonna have like a some kind of education, or at least like experience, know how to write like professional emails and stuff. Like start with a greeting, finish with like a goodbye or something like that. So if you're communicating with someone and they're not very professional, or like just sending like very short emails with no like formatting, or just like very poor English, uh, then maybe it's a sign that like the people who work there are not very professional, and they're gonna not be very professional, not just in communication, but also like other aspects of the business. They're not going to be very professional.
Yes, yes, yes. And not only that they could be a potential fraud, but at least you will know that they are not very professional, right? And normally, yeah, I've been here in China very long, and I see the kids that even though they cannot even speak, they cannot speak because it's difficult sometimes for some kids, some um, English speakers in China that well actually cannot speak English, right? They can read, they can write very good, but then when it comes to speaking it, they cannot do it. But yes, for sure that it should be like they should be writing properly, you know, to you and in English even.
Yeah, and at least responding quickly, and um, like in a professional way. Even if their English is not good, they should be like professional in how they're speaking, not just be like, yeah, we'll figure it. Like, yeah, I'll try, or something. We'll figure it
Yeah,
out,
yes.
or yeah, we'll see. Like, they should try to give more like structured
Yeah.
answers and like real answers to questions.
Yeah. Because also, well, we should know that the salesperson they make commission. Their salary is not very good, and what actually inflates their salaries a little bit is the commission they make. So so they pay a lot of attention to the clients that get there and require information of the things they are selling because they want to sell, they want to make money, some or get a little bit more money.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, now we will go to verification methods, different methods to verify companies. How do business license and certifications contribute to suppliers verification?
Well, like you said, start working at the company, you can ask them directly, especially if it's going to be like a lot of money that you're going to be sending them. You can ask them for their licenses and their number, like their business number and everything. And then you can search online with like the government websites and see if they're going to be, if they have like, if they're on the blacklist, for example, or if they've been doing their taxes correctly, and if there's any holds on their accounts. And I think if, uh, probably like it will add some verification to them if they don't have any holes, and they don't have any holes and they've been doing all their taxes. But definitely it will be a red flag if they do have holds, or if they're on the blacklist, or if they haven't been doing their taxes. Then that will definitely be like a red flag to do business with them. So it's really important, especially for any type of for any level of business, but especially like if it's convenient, or if it's a large amount of money, then you should reach out and ask for their business license, and then have someone search it, like an accountant, or if you know how to do it yourself, then make sure
Yeah.
that they're doing everything legally. And
Yeah, right. Now you got it right. That's correct. The other one is what benefit do third-party verification services offer in the vetting process?
so the biggest one is SGS,
Yes,
and what they can do is they can essentially do like quality control, or like quality verification, and
yes,
make sure that the products that you're buying are at the quality that like you at least the quality that you initially agreed on. Maybe it's low quality, maybe it's high quality, but they can at least confirm that it's the quality that you agreed on, and the quantity and everything like that. And additionally, it can also help your business, because if it's of a good quality, then you can use that certification to show your buyers that the products that you're being supplied are of a certain quality, and that it's all being done officially and legally. And it just adds another layer of like trustworthiness, because it's going to be not just you, like some random company or some random individual representing your company, but it's also like a big company like SGS who's going to say, yeah, these products are legitimate, and we confirm that, and we will take legal responsibility if the products are not at that quality.
Yeah, because they will actually, yeah, they will certify. They will actually make a certificate stating everything, you know, and the report, official report from them. So yeah, and it's very it's I think it's a very good company and very popular third party company that do this kind of work. Now the next one, David, will be like, why is an on-site factory visit or independent inspection crucial before finalizing a deal? Well, why do you think?
Um, I guess it's just important because I think most situations it's kind of, it's probably, especially if you're doing a lot of money, it's kind of like easy, I guess. It's easy in the sense that like you can go and then it will be obvious. For most products, it will be obvious like what kind of quality, uh like what kind of quality factory you're dealing with, and like you'll talk to the management, you'll see like what kind of quality control measures they have in place. And you can go directly see that with your eyes, or you can also bring someone who's like really knowledgeable on that product. You can bring them with you, and then also, like you said, like it's really good if you're able to just randomly choose a sample, because if you ask them for a sample, then like most companies, and it's normal, I think it's, I would do this too if I have like a factory. I would try to choose like the most perfect sample to send to people who request samples, because like why wouldn't you do that? Maybe they're too lazy to come and check for themselves, so I might as well just send them the most perfect version. uh Even if they're all perfect, like I would still want to make sure that I'm sending them a really good one. So you can go, and if you're able to, maybe with some products it's hard to do this, like maybe super expensive products, you can't just randomly like choose a sample, or if it's like some really giant, like a car or something, you probably can't just like randomly choose a car and take the entire car with you. But yeah, it's good to have two samples, and especially if you can randomly choose one and know for sure that this is a random sample, not just like one that the company chose, then like it will just help you to know that like the quality of the products basically, and know that you'll be able to check it more thoroughly, the quality of the products, and make sure it's not low quality, I think.
Yeah, that is right. Exactly. That's it. And then, well, here, and scenario, you receive a tempting offer from a new supplier with a very low price and limited contact information. Then, outline the steps you would take to verify their authenticity before proceeding with a purchase.
Okay, so
It's like just imagine this scenario, you know, that you're buying this.
okay, so the first thing I would probably do is like search that company, just like directly search it on the internet, see like,
Mm.
is this company, like is it famous, for example? Is it not famous at all? Is it like super small company? Can I find any information about them? Can I search like their factory location, or can I see pictures, videos, or something like that? That will help a lot, I think, especially if I can find videos. Then probably a lot of factories don't have videos, I'm guessing, for like random products. They're not really like easy to find on the internet. But I would just search that first. And then
Mhm.
I would compare the prices with everything else. Like you said, it's like low price. So maybe it's normal for a low price, but like if it's like ridiculously low, then that would probably be like a red flag. Um, but ideally, I would, if it's just like a little bit lower than the market price, then I wouldn't say that's a red flag. So I would just make sure to compare with the other prices of the market. And then I would, um, if it passed all those tests, then I would request for the licenses and the certificates, and then I would get like an accountant or someone, or search how to do it myself and confirm and make sure there's no like holds on their account, or they're not blacklisted, especially. And then uh, what else? Oh, okay, yes. And then I would request a sample from them, and then going forward, maybe I would ask to do an on-site inspection
Mm.
with them, and then like compare the sample they gave me with the sample, like a random sample if I can, and also just like maybe I would bring, if it's like a simple product, like I'm trying to think. Like if it's like pens or something like that, like I'm trying to buy pens, then maybe I could just like I could test the pens myself and know if they're, quality, if they're like, I feel like pens, like they won't vary that much in quality. Maybe if they write for like, I don't know, 10 hours or 20 hours or something, like I will just take a pen and borrow and use it for the next week or something. um
Mm.
but if it's something more complicated, like some kind of computer parts, or I don't know, shoes or something like that, maybe I would hire someone to come with me that day and tour the factory and take the sample and test it or send it to a lab. um
If there's a lot of money, if the order is great and you will actually um, have to put up a lot of money to buy that.
um then I would probably want someone, like I would get SDSS or one of those companies to also confirm it. Because then I guess if something goes wrong on my end, then um SDSS will also have some legal responsibility. So then maybe if like there's something wrong and I lose, like if I put like 10,000 USD into it, and then there's like something seriously wrong with the quality, even though SGSS gives me the quality certificate, then
Mm.
maybe I won't have to pay the full 10,000. Maybe SGSS will be like legally responsible to compensate me like 5,000 or something because their certification wasn't correct. I don't know. But yeah, if it's a large amount of money, I would definitely want to get the certification.
Okay.
Yeah, I think.
Would you go
Yeah.
by yourself on site inspection?
Like maybe I would go by myself for certain products, but for more complicated products, for more complicated products, maybe I could still go by myself, but I would just have to take a sample and send it to someone that's like more knowledgeable, or I would take a video while I'm at the factory and like just record the entire thing, like a 1 hour long video. But
Mm.
ideally, I think it would be best to bring someone, like to pay someone for that day. I think it will be worth
Mm.
it to pay like an industry expert to come with me that day, and who knows, like who's worked in those factories before and understands the product very well. I think it would be worth it to pay someone to come with me most of the time.
Yes, yes, you're right. Totally right, man. Well, yeah, you got it. Basically, this is it. Yeah, this is it. This is basically what you have to do actually to do this. To avoid the scams and verify suppliers. This is basically what you have to do. That is the way you have to do it, and the steps you have to do it to be dealing business in a safe way here in China. And you if you do this you won't have any problem at all, I guarantee it. That's
Yeah.
basically it. David, this is it. This is what I had prepared for today, and look forward to see you again in the next, well, to talk to you again in the next video. Okay.
Okay. Me too.
It was nice talking to you, my friend. So talk to you later. Bye bye.
Okay. I'll see you later. Bye bye.